and from ATC Studio, and just before this video begins, really make sure that you really quickly just hit that like button and subscribe. But with that over with, let's dive straight into it. So yesterday I was on the Games Workshop Webstore and I noticed that No Fear, the starter set including Death Guard and Space Marines from 8th edition, it says sold out online. So when I say that, I mean unlike the temporary out of stock, like you see these easy to build Death Guard Plague Marines, completely sold out, as in they might not get their stock again. So I thought it was a bit confusing, and there weren't really any updates from the Warhammer community website, and it would make sense that No Fear would stay on, considering they've already removed Dark Imperium, and they didn't really say anything about No Fear, so that would assume it would stay on. However, if you go to the web store today, then if you go to Death Guard, and it's the same if you go into Start Here and Space Marines, where No Fear and also First Strike would be, they aren't there. They're not even sold out online. They have just completely disappeared from the Games Workshop web store. Now, I don't think this is a mistake, considering it would probably make sense for them to stop it. It's just a bit weird how they didn't stop No Fear and First Strike at the same time as they did stop Dark Imperium. However, now is the time they're removing all the easy to build, because of course if you go to Last Chance to Buy, all the easy to build Space Marines and Death Guard stuff are being replaced with new Space Marines and Necrons, as I did mention in my previous video, which in the top right hand corner. So it's a bit of a shame, because No Fear is a great way to get started, particularly for Death Guard, and if you've got two people, it's really nice, and especially having Necrons and Space Marine stuff not quite dropped yet. Now there really isn't any 2-army box set out, apart from maybe the odd, there's I think a Chaos Demons one, but they're not proper official starter box sets, which is a bit of a shame, although of course No Fear, particularly with No Fear, is it comes with the whole 8th edition core rulebook, so that would have to be changed. So I do understand why it is out of stock. So it's a bit of a shame, but I think with Death Guard being probably the second most played army, although they probably are soon to be overtaken by Necrons, I wouldn't be surprised if they were to get a starter set. That would make sense. It would be quite simple. Have a Focus Bloat Drone, the Blight Hauler, some Plague Marines, and the Lord of Contagion would be quite easy for them to do, and I don't see why they wouldn't. So that is about it for today's video. It is of course a bit of a shame with First Strike again, because it was very cheap. It was the minis. It wasn't as cheap, but the minis were adding up to 20 quid, and it was 25 quid, and you also had a bit of terrain, you had some dice, and as well as the data cards for those units. So it is a bit of a shame, but it is gone, and it's not likely that it's a mistake. It probably is deliberate. I don't know why it's not been talked about on the Warhammer community website. Correct me if it's been put on the Warhammer 40k Games Workshop Facebook or anything, but I don't think it has been as of this time. So that about wraps up for this video. First Strike and No Fear both seem to be gone permanently. I do hope you enjoyed. If you did, of course, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you can get new videos, particularly updates when this sort of thing happens, as soon as possible. Because, of course, if you did want to get your hands on No Fear or First Strike, now would probably be the time to get it from third-party retailers before it would all sell out. Because, of course, third-party retailers might have still a few in stock, so if you do want them, make sure to get them right now. But for now, remember, like and subscribe. But for now, from me, bye.